It's Happy Hour again from Uptown New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you. Because that's New Orleans, and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar, we are today at the fabulous Wayfare on Ferret Street, which is a restaurant and a bar where they serve handcrafted food and spirits with a whole new menu and a radically new happy hour that begins at 3 o'clock every day and goes till 6, where everything is half price, including drinks and appetizers. You can also have a fabulous brunch here on the weekends.
That's right.
And that's about the whole thing, actually.
Have you checked out the happy hour lately, though?
No, I have not. What's changed?
It's legit. I
this
think
is Andrew Duhon who's back.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Yeah, I think everything on the bar menu is half off, which is kind of
on the whole weekend.
Pretty special. Just on the bar menu for the happy hour. Yeah.
Oh, for happy hour, not the brunch.
No.
I was thinking of brunch.
Brunch is excellent too, but the happy hour.
No, happy hour is insane
special.
here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
And it starts at 3 o'clock, so you can start drinking early and be totally drunk by 6. Perfect. So let me tell you who's here. Daniel Morris is here. Hi, Daniel.
It's good to be back.
No relation. Nice to see We've had Daniel on the show before, but you've never heard him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a whole different story. And Diane Lyons is texting. Who are you texting?
I'm texting all my friends to tell them this is
all
where
of them?
I am.
How many are there?
Thousands.
You have 1,000 friends?
Thousands.
Really? How did you meet all these people?
I do this women's event called Festi Gals, so they all think that I'm their best friend.
Do they really? So you mean that you're not their best friend? So it's like a sort of a scam?
Some days I am.
Really? How many girls are we talking about, and what do they look like?
Maybe 1,500.
1,500 girls?
Yes. Yeah, women, girls, ladies.
Well, okay, what's the deal with... Are you allowed to say girls? Molly Portier is here as well from the band Blonde Roses. Hello, Molly.
Hello.
And so is her guitar player, Harry Rosenberg.
Hello.
Which is a very famous New Orleans name, actually.
Harry.
Yes.
Is your dad Harry?
There is no relation, but people seem to think so.
I love your dad. Okay, but he's not your
He's
dad.
not your
I
dad.
look like your son. You know, you look like his son, but no.
Do you know Harry's dad as well?
I do. Everyone knows Harry.
But you're not
Everyone knows Harry.
But it's not your dad, the old DA or whatever he was.
You should use it.
What
use it.
What was that guy?
He was the DA.
Mm-hmm.
DA.
He was a DA. That's why he's famous.
Yes.
So you know who we're talking about, right, everybody? Daniel, you know who
Federal.
this is? Because you're not from here.
No, I'm not from here.
You know Harry Rosenberg is very... He's got a lot of white hair, long white hair, and he's probably
Kinda wiry.
60-something.
Sort of look like a clown with the
Yeah.
bald head.
I try not to look like the clown. No.
But he looked like you when you were young. Okay, he didn't always look like
Are
that.
you from here, Harry Rosenberg Jr.?
No.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Lafayette.
Lafayette, Louisiana. Are you from there as well, Molly?
Nope, I'm from New Orleans.
All right, because you have a sort of a Lafayette kind of a name, Portier.
Well, nope, Nola.
No.
Born, bred, and
French.
raised.
Yeah.
But Rosenberg is not French at all.
No. Rosenberg's more German.
Sounds like German sounding.
Yeah.
And Daniel's from up the northeast somewhere, right?
Originally Los Angeles, but I came down
Oh,
here
well, not
from,
quite the northeast. The opposite,
yeah.
in fact.
Yeah.
North,
Opposite corners
not
of the
even
world.
south. What is L.A.?
Los Angeles?
Southwest.
West Coast.
That's I would say that's southwest.
It's southwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not northeast. Okay. And where are you from, Diane? Not that it matters really.
I am
where everyone's
from New Orleans via the North Shore.
Okay. So,
Born and bred, 10th
all right.
or 11th generation
Pull
New
that thing
Orleanian.
back towards me.
For you.
Andrew.
Okay, I'm too loud?
No, not the mic.
Got it.
There we go. That's it. Okay, that's more
Yeah, about a 12th generation Louisianan.
12th generation. So when did the first generation get here?
About 1700, 1720, something like that. Long time ago.
That is a long time ago.
Yeah.
And do you know anything about your family tree, how they got here, or?
Yes, boats.
Okay.
Boats.
Well,
But
who were they? What country did they come
Oh,
from?
they came from South Carolina and Switzerland, and they came from France, and there's just a whole melting
Everywhere.
pot. You know, then like the Germans came in, and it was I'm a melting pot.
So how drunk are you now? Then?
Not at all yet.
Not yet.
No.
Well, you said you've been
I
drinking.
can handle my mule.
You've got a Moscow Mule, and then how much champagne have you had before you got here?
I had a little glass here and a little glass there.
How many glasses of champagne can you
Probably
have and still not be drunk?
Oh, I've had at least 4, but it's been over 4 hours.
You've had 4 glasses, and it's That's since lunchtime.
Well,
so
there
you've
was
been
a
drinking
lunch.
all day.
There was a
basically.
Tales of the Cocktail kickoff lunch, and I went to that. And then I went to the Windsor Court ice cream party, and that was lovely and champagne.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm here because I'm an event planner, and so you get to go to the fun
Oh,
stuff.
that's what you do for a living.
It
Oh,
is,
so
it
you know
is.
all about what's going on.
Well,
Try.
who was the inviter of the ice cream at Windsor Court? Because I didn't.
Yeah, why
I
didn't
didn't
we hear about
I
this?
did not get an invitation either.
It's pretty hot outside.
Yeah, it is hot, and it's beautiful. And they had trays of chocolates, and it was wonderful. And I only got to stay about 30 minutes and drink some champagne. Oh, and there was some other drink that was like a blue curacao something.
Did you have one of those too?
Half of one.
Half of one. So you had 4 glasses of champagne, half of a blue curacao.
It's
and
just, what is it, Wednesday? It's a good thing.
Is it only Wednesday today for real? I didn't even
It
realize
is.
that. That's bad.
Other
too.
places, it's
So
Wednesday.
how
In
many
New
da-
Orleans, it's happy.
How many days can you do this? Do you do this every day? You
Oh,
start
no.
drinking first thing?
No. Maybe once a week. Maybe
Once a
twice.
week?
Yeah, or after hours, right?
Once a weekday, you mean not including weekends?
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as that ends in Y.
See, only in New Orleans can you say that and it not be weird. Anywhere else, you'd be an alcoholic. by
That's
the way.
correct.
Yeah.
It's really true. We say all the time that, like, people on a Saturday, your neighbor will call and say, hey, come over, I'm having Bloody Marys. It's just like 10 o'clock, And other people are like, oh, my God,
Traditions.
they really do drink a lot. No, that's just kind of normal.
Yeah, I think it is technically being an alcoholic, though.
Yeah, I don't
Even
know.
though we call it normal, isn't it?
I think if you can quit, then you're not. an
Yeah, I
alcoholic.
think so, too. And if you know when to
Ah,
stop.
that's
If I
true.
could quit any time,
you can quit any time, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
And I'm pacing myself. It's been 4 hours.
I
That's
was
a little bit.
was told I was never a quitter, so
Oh man, Harry.
So you guys have a band called Blonde Roses,
Yes.
which has only been called Blonde Roses for 3 days.
A little over 3 days.
A little
but
over. How many?
Goodness.
released that one the 24th.
I don't even remember. It's
or
been like a week and a half.
A couple, maybe a week or two.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
we're
'cause
settling on it.
I thought you just changed the name on the weekend.
No.
No, a little bit earlier than that.
A little bit
So
earlier.
why did you change the name of the band? The band was. Are we allowed to say the name of the original band? Or
Yeah,
were you trying
absolutely.
not for no one to hear it? It was
No.
called Wooden Wings.
Yes, it's been the Wooden Wings for 9 years.
I like how you say that. Say that again. Wooden Wings.
The Wooden Wings.
Wooden Wings. Doesn't that sound? That's got a nice ring to it.
So, yeah.
How do you say Blonde Roses?
Blonde Roses.
I don't know. It's a toss-up. What do you think, Daniel? Wooden Wings or Blonde Roses? You better say Blonde Roses or they're going to hate you.
I'm gonna go with Blonde Roses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
There
answer.
you go.
The picture that's painted with it sounds
Blonde
sounds
Roses.
smoother.
Yeah.
Okay. I like just how you say Wooden Wings, but why did you change the name, actually? How many years did you say you were Wooden Wings for?
9 years.
9.
Yes.
That's a sort of a weird thing to do.
Yeah. Well,
Well, let's have a guess. Everyone write down why they changed it. No, you don't really have to write down. My guess would be somebody else owned the name and left the band or something like that. Well, there's a sort of a legal dispute over it.
no legal disputes.
No legal dispute. Okay, Andrew, what's your guess? 9 years, remember.
Man, yeah. If it's not about the cease and desist thing, I don't know.
No clue? No idea? Diane? What would you think?
I actually already had a conversation, so I might.
So you have to recuse yourself.
I do. I'm in the
His
scoop.
knowledge
Plead the
behind
fifth.
How
I
did
can't
you
tell.
How did you get that information out of these guys at the bar before?
I talk a lot and I listen.
Well,
She's an event planner.
what were the questions you
Networks.
asked?
Hi, how are you? What do you do?
And then you just told her we changed
It
it.
just happened.
Just came out.
Yeah.
Nice.
People tell me all kinds of things.
Do
Be
they
careful.
really?
Is it a rebranding, different sound thing?
Yes, sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of. Partial.
Going in a
Part of
different
the
definitely
direction,
part of
sort
it.
of thing.
Wow,
Yeah.
we're going in a whole different direction. We didn't want to confuse
Well, yes.
the audience. What was the Wooden Wing sound?
It's varied over the years. It started off just myself and another girl lead singer. And we did folk acoustic stuff together, and we added the guys about 6-7 years ago. So it's been kind of like, I don't know, alternative folk rock, I
Yeah,
think is
I'd
kind
call
of
that.
what we called it.
Originally.
Yes.
And would you like to know what sort of music it is now?
We're
can
going.
tell you.
Oh, you already know.
It's a blend of gritty alternative rock and roll and southern blues.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
How you like that for an idea?
You got the literature, man.
I got the whole thing.
Yes.
I got the whole bio here.
Oh.
Who wrote this bio? Just because you. Shall we get started on that now, or shall I be nice to you for a while first? Who wrote this?
Our publicist,
Who is your publicist?
Jen. She's with Catalyst Publicity Group.
Jen with Catalyst Publicity. You actually paid to have this written.
Well, she does a lot of things for us.
Okay.
And she's amazing.
But she wrote this. Okay, this is one of the sloppiest pieces of English writing I've ever read in my life.
no.
And you guys didn't even pick it out. Like, you want me to read a couple of sentences off this thing?
Sure.
Based in Louisiana lies Molly, I mean, this doesn't even make sense. Based in Louisiana lies Molly, Harry, Anthony, and Albert, a group of lifelong friends ready to set a stage for a long-standing career in music. Mm-hmm. Okay, first of all, what does that mean? Based in Louisiana lies.
It's a tough game, you know, the whole band bio thing.
It's
You're
always
never
so
going
It's
to
got to be legitimate English, though.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It can't be gobbledygook.
From my personal standpoint, I'd just rather just put rock and roll with an exclamation point and leave it like that.
Yeah, a lot of musicians don't want, but if you're going to do it, you know, shall I read some more classic sentences for you?
No.
It sounds like the opening for
No.
like a History Channel show, like something that happened like 60 years ago.
The band is strongly influenced by music from the 60s and 70s and coins these decades as a main component to their songwriting.
That is true.
Well,
That there is some truth in that.
you don't have a
sentence.
component to something, you have a component of something.
I know.
I mean, that's pretty bad, frankly. isn't
Maybe it
it?
was a
Let's
trade.
call
Maybe
her
they
up.
didn't pay anything. Maybe it's just a trade.
I just feel bad if you did pay for this, though.
You know, I
And
don't
this-
think
We'll
anyone
talk
ever
again.
said publicists had to have a major in English or you know a in English.
We should be able to write
Composition.
sensible English, right? Anyway, the whole thing is pretty lame, but we can fix it.
Okay.
It's only on the internet,
It
and it's
just
only
went
been up there for 10 days.
Yes.
So it's not like it's made its way out, because these things, you know, these bios go everywhere.
I know they do.
As
They
you
do.
knew for the last
We
9
know,
years.
yes.
It's hard to, which is a good idea, reason to change your name. Anyway, so you now, so now you're going with the gritty alternative.
Does this bad bio mean they have to change their name again?
Yes.
No. No.
You have to go to Wooden Roses,
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yep.
Blonde Wings. Yeah.
we've thought of some crazy combinations.
Yeah. Okay.
between-
What did you go through to
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
Blonde
What
Roses?
missed the cut?
Well, I think there was kind of that, you know, like Blondie back in the day. You had Blondie, and I mean, we know our lead singer's has blonde hair.
I'm blonde.
And I'm thinking of some
Are
coincidences.
you really
here.
a blonde, or is that dyed?
It's died.
They don't know.
Me too. I dyed my hair grey.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
weird?
nice.
Good choice.
Thanks.
So we took the idea of like at first we were thinking like naturally blonde, and you know you're always going to run into someone who has that name already or someone who'd pick that out, and
Right.
we liked that one a lot. But we said, you know what? We found out. Okay, yeah, there's already naturally blonde, so let's think of something more original. And
What about the new original?
What about the naturals?
the naturals? I don't know if it's all natural, you know.
Okay.
It just makes me think
What
of
was
the show
that?
Supernatural, and it's like
I don't know that show.
Okay. Was the naturals on the list, or was that Andrew's idea?
I was just
That
just
was a good
spitballing
idea,
here.
though. I like
Thanks.
that. I like that.
So look at this guy over here, by the way. Don't make it obvious.
Oh,
Look at
Jesus Christ!
you say, look,
Happy hour.
What is this
No.
guy doing? This guy's got like
cooling off.
a towel on his head and
very
and a
hot.
visor. Looks like a sheik.
When you're going to talk about people, get nice and close to the microphone
Right, he
so that
can't
you can be
hear us.
really quiet and we can all hear each other.
Maybe
you know?
he's
We
a
need to
sheik
get
of
a-
Araby.
Yeah, really. Of Araby.
Of Araby.
Good point. Okay. So all naturals didn't make it.
No.
So what came next?
Well, we decided to combine the blonde aspect with a rose. Now, there is the word rose in Rosenberg. Her middle name is Rose.
Oh,
your
Wow,
middle
what are the
name was
coincidences
Rose.
here?
good piece.
Molly
yeah.
Rose.
Yeah.
Molly Rose Portier. That's a lovely
And I
name.
mean, we always
you.
think of a rose as being beautiful and delicate and,
Right.
and something that you know, it's love. It's pure.
And a rose by
I
any
don't-
other name, right?
Right.
Would be what is the rest of that, Daniel?
Rose by another name.
What's the rest
Would
of it?
smell as sweet.
I think it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's it.
Okay, Diane, who are you texting now?
Oh, I was looking up Harry Rosenberg to show him the picture.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
You know what I want to know?
man.
What's
Yeah.
that 1825 Tulane these days? Is it still the Rosenberg?
Furniture
No.
store.
Oh, Rosenberg's Furniture.
That's what I went to when you said the name.
Oh, that was the first thing you thought?
1825 Tulane.
Yeah, are you related to those people?
No,
No,
that's
'cause
that's
you're
the
from
same.
Lafayette.
Yeah.
That's Harry Rosenberg.
is.
There you go.
There he is.
I don't see
Looks just
resemblance.
like you, Harry.
I mean, a little
Not
bit.
really. Not really.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's the genesis of the name, the Blonde. That's a nice name now that you know the background.
Yeah.
I would write that in the bio
Yeah.
rather than this extremely badly worded piece
I'm gonna have to have a
piece
talk
of-
with Jen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to call it too. What's her name? Jen.
Yes.
From what was the name of the company again?
Catalyst.
Catalyst. Okay, it's a good name. The Catalyst. Okay, so do you want to play some music?
Oh,
What do you think?
Already? Okay.
Yeah.
we'd
Is it
love
too
to.
soon? You want to have another drink or drink some more before so we can keep going? We can talk about Big Easy Bucha if you like instead.
Yeah, do that for a little bit. Let me
Okay, and
finish
then
some
we'll
of my
have,
drink.
have some more of that drink. What
Yep.
are you drinking? What is this? Cucumber
This is
something?
the cucumber cooler
Yeah,
with gin in it.
it looks good. You can have a couple of those before we get to you if you're
For sure.
Like, so Daniel,
Yes.
Daniel is a guy who makes kombucha. Are you familiar with kombucha?
Yeah.
Yes.
Diane, do you know anything about
I
it?
love kombucha.
Me too.
Yes, I love it. Makes a big difference if you drink it regularly. Like,
Really? What does
makes
it
you
make?
healthy, gives you a great immune system. Yeah, I love it. I should get your brand. So, am I done now?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Can you
I
pay me that
don't
money?
even know.
Yeah, where's
Give me
the
that
check?
Yeah.
Shh, I'm
Do I get a
sliding you
case?
$20.
Do I-
Relax.
No, I want a case of kombucha. Yeah.
Oh, I've definitely got a.
We've
plenty
got
of
some over
samples.
here.
Do we?
So this is-
Do you want to bust them out?
Yeah, let's try because
Let's try
Can we
some
put it with
kombucha.
vodka? I've always thought about putting it
Well,
with
you have to
vodka.
ask
They make,
Now,
they
wait,
make
wait.
phenomenal
Now,
mixers too.
Grant, for the listeners back home, would you tell everybody, in case they don't know what kombucha is?
No, I don't know what it is. What is it?
There you
It's
go.
a sparkling
Explode.
probiotic tea. It's great for your
Hey,
digestive
write this
system.
down. This is a good lyric.
Sparkling probiotic tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you make kombucha?
It's a fermentation process.
Mm-hmm.
It starts out as a sweet tea. Then we add the mother, which varies with different type of bacteria in it.
Mm-hmm.
Every company uses their own, so keep that to ourselves. But then it
What's
ferments.
in it? What's in it? The mother.
It's
The
called the
mother-
Mother Roux, right? It's New Orleans. It's a Mother Roux.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice. That's nice. You should go with that.
I'll run with the
That's
mother
nice.
roux.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's good for your gut digestive system.
You know what else? There's that Dr. John song called Mama Roo. You should go with that. That's
Absolutely.
nice.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry, you were
So,
saying
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, and that's the
So
gist of it.
It's fermented like beer or like wine.
Right.
Or like-
The same beer uses a closed fermentation process. This is open air fermentation. So the top of the tank is wide open. We cover it with a sheet so it breathes.
People
yeah.
sneeze in there a lot.
Sheet.
The sheet is there to prevent
Oh,
anything
that's
from
good.
I
falling
don't.
into it.
See,
It's
you
important.
should not
Yeah.
tell people that. You make this stuff in an open vat with a sheet over it.
Well, it's
That sounds horrible.
A special
sounds-
Doesn't it?
screen. A special screen.
screen.
Yeah,
Yes,
you got to come
yes.
up
Special,
What sort of-
biologically
enhanced.
crafted.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It is
What
a-
sort of sheet is it?
We have
really?
to work on
Uh,
words.
Yeah.
I know.
You need Diane to help you out on that. Don't tell people it's an open vat with a sheet on it.
Well, I
what
mean,
sort of
it's-
sheet is it though? What
Test
color?
the
It's the color we use is black for this. It is a sheet. I mean,
It is a sheet.
in essence,
Okay,
it is.
well,
It's
we'll
Like a cheesecloth.
cheesecloth is much more porous
Porous,
and can
yeah.
allow many more things to fall in. This is
Yeah.
a very thin, very little pores
It's a
in it, just
blackout
enough
curtain.
for air to
So
move its way
It's
through.
interesting that you start with sweet tea. I was just thinking it was tea. So is it just tea and sugar? That's sweet tea, right?
Yeah, that's what makes the fermentation process happen. There's
Yeah, the
it's
sugar, yeah.
It's the yeast eats away at the sugars, and then it becomes a soury drink, low in pH.
Why is it not alcohol?
The fermentation process is cut short before it's turned into alcohol. There is
So
a
if you
slight
let it go longer, it would
right.
be
It'll
alcoholic.
start to taste beery, and it doesn't unless you're aiming for a beer. It won't taste good.
Wait. Okay.
so
I was
you-
going to ask if there's a Boozy Bucha where that has some probiotic
There is
and some drunk
totally.
nature.
There is
you know.
Boozy Bucha,
Okay.
but we don't make that.
Yeah.
But all kombucha has a slight amount of alcohol and is 0.5%
Okay.
or less.
So shotgun, 5 or 6. Maybe
You
you
could
get
really
there.
have a night out.
Yeah.
yeah, you
With
can
half a
really
dozen.
go hard on the booch. So yeah, I'll crack out.
So if
Yeah.
you're in AA and you don't drink alcohol, can you drink this?
I mean, it's
Just asking.
It's discretion, I
But
mean, if
does
you're
it have enough
really-
alcohol in it to be something that someone in AA wouldn't drink?
No, I mean, people under 21 can buy it. You don't need an ID or anything.
Right, so it doesn't have enough alcohol in
Yeah.
it to start you drinking again if you quit drinking. Okay, so that's
Right.
good to know.
unless you placebo effect yourself into it. But I
Well,
mean,
now that's why I wanted to ask you about the placebo effect, because here's what I wondered.
Yeah.
I've drunk this stuff because I know you from before, and we could tell this terrible story about how you were on the show before. I guess we could tell it now. Daniel came on the show. We did the whole show. It was a really great show, and then we had a technical fuck up, and the whole thing was unusable.
Damn it.
So nobody's ever heard it.
It was all sabotaged to get extra Bucha.
extra kombucha. and
I see your end game here.
So I'd never had it before, and I tried it on that show. And I tell you, when I drink this now I buy it. Now you got me going on
Nice.
it. Now I drink it,
Yeah.
and I feel better. I feel good instantly.
Yeah, nice.
But is that just psychological?
Is it keeping
Or is-
you regular? You seeing anything else?
Yeah. totally regular. It's
Yeah.
great.
Cool.
What about colds?
What do you mean say regular?
What
I mean
about
go to the
colds and
bathroom?
things like
Yeah,
that?
like
no,
taking
no.
OD dumps
No,
is what I mean.
No, nothing to do with that.
No.
It just keeps me on time.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Like to appointments. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Since I've been drinking
well,
it, now
that's
I'm on
different,
and I can also run, ride horses, swim.
Really?
It's incredible.
That's
Are you
amazing.
going to
stuff.
Rio? That's the question.
I'm going to Rio, yes.
and
exactly.
to compete.
Yeah, since I started drinking Big Easy. No, I tell you honestly, though, no kidding aside, it actually does. I do feel better instantly. But is that psychological? Can it have any instant effect on you?
I mean, the way
it the
that
booze?
I look at it is you're putting something good into your body, so you're going to start to feel much better.
By the way, cheers, y'all.
Yes.
Here's to it.
Cheers.
Just waiting for that.
But
I poured the entire bottle out to you guys. So I'll just
nice.
Oh, what a
Okay.
guy,
So
what a
what flavor are we drinking?
This one is Bayou Berry. It's Ponchatoula
Very nice.
strawberries and honeysuckle. As with all of our fruits that we source in,
Super good.
we try to come from local farmers and help keep the local economy strong.
Right.
They're
So this is locally grown strawberries.
yes from the Ponchatoula farm.
Sorry, I'm just distracted by the sheik over here wiping his face now with a face cloth. Wow. This guy literally looks like he's been outside a little bit too long.
Brandon, if somebody
Okay.
has to pick a fight with you because you say it too loud, I don't know if I
You guys can
is
defend
it
me,
necessary
right?
to back you up. I don't
I'm
know
wearing
if that's
glasses. So have you ever had this before, Molly?
I have had kombucha before.
Have you had this brand, Big
Not
Easy?
this brand.
How does it compare with the others? Any different?
Actually,
Come in here.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
This is a lot fresher tasting than what I'm used
Well,
to.
it's right out of the
super fresh.
It's right out of the sheet-covered vat. probably.
Yeah,
You just stuck a bottle in there. And
it's delicious. It's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it is.
Seems like the finish is smoother, if you will, but maybe that's like the element of whatever that fermenty flavor at the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is this?
Well, when the founders opened up and started producing, the idea was that kombucha is a very bitter drink to begin with,
Yeah.
and to make it more palatable and softer for people to actually enjoy the health benefits while getting a little bit of a better taste.
Yeah.
And it's a great gateway into kombucha and into the whole
Gateway
health drink.
Bucha.
It's a gateway drug. is
It's
thing.
the good gateway.
So what effect does it have on you other than allegedly for your digestive system? Is that what it's mainly for? Is that why people drink it?
Yes, that and there's B vitamins in it that'll make you feel better. As you go throughout your day, you start to burn away at your B vitamins, which are mood vitamins that are produced within your own brain. And as you start to go through your day and get more tired, and you drink this, it can kind of help you finish the swing through the rest of the day or start your morning.
Well, why is that?
So this is kind of like a 5-hour energy, but it doesn't give you cancer.
Right.
Cool.
Does
Yeah,
it 5-hour
it's
energy drink give you cancer?
It gives you
5-hour
cancer.
energy, non-GMO.
But does that 5-hour energy drink give you cancer? Is that right?
I don't know. I'm
Oh, I thought you
That is-
knew
I'm fucking
something
with you.
about
Packed
it.
with so
Okay.
much sugar.
I don't trust it though. Guarine, what is it called? What is that? It's like
Taurine and
taurine.
chlorine.
Wow, no
Guarana.
way, dude. No,
You
I'm
guys
not.
drank that 5-hour energy drink and seen you were in a band?
Hell no.
No.
No?
No.
What kind of drugs are you doing?
A lot.
Yes.
Too many.
Too many?
No.
I mean, what's now that you've moved away from folk music and you're doing pretty alternative rock and roll and southern blues, you have to be doing some kind of drugs, right?
Yeah.
I smoke the occasional joint here and there. And
Smoke pot.
smoke a little bit.
Well, that's something.
Smoke and
Yeah.
I don't know. My chemical compound, my makeup, my complex, always has left me with this energy.
You're,
So you're the last
the
person that
ADHD.
needs- You don't need 5-hour energy.
He
drink.
does not need
No,
that.
No
He
way.
is the
no
5-hour
sugar.
energy.
Daniel, you did wrong by giving me that. I got the B vitamins flowing right now.
No,
Good again.
No, you-
Feel like you could sing.
I'm
never
excited
one
to
to
see the energy come out. This will be
so
fun.
Daniel,
bottle.
what do you do over there exactly?
Look at the bottle so I can see.
The last time, you know what? I had this one that was ginger. That was great.
Yeah, the Cajun Kick. Would you like to?
Yeah, at
jump
some
to that
point,
one?
if you want to grab another bottle,
I
I mean,
mean-
try to you guys try that. It's awesome. Nathaniel, you want some too? This is our photographer, Nathaniel, over
Hey,
here.
Nathaniel, what's up, dude?
He's wearing a bandana on his head or something. What is that? Like a hairband. Headband. You don't see headbands too often anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Is that back?
I'm into it.
It's back. The headband is back. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Did
New
you
Orleans,
see the guy
know?
from Araby? Yeah, he's got the
Oh,
headband.
he's got the headband with the
does.
with the dishcloth. Actually, that is, I think.
So, Grant, how well do you
Yes.
know this Bucha Daniel guy? Because he's serving us things that he's brought, but he hasn't tried any himself. So.
He's not drinking. Yeah.
Last time there was
a
a lot less people, and I had enough for myself. But so if you want to see
you're
me
being
drink
polite.
it, I'll drink it.
Gotcha.
But I'm all,
you're being polite. All right, that's the only reason. All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep pouring these while you guys continue the conversation.
That's really good. What do you do over there, Daniel? You make it, or are you the sales guy? Or you are the
No, so there's only 6 of us, so we're very small. And as I first was brought on, I was the brewery technician. I would work on the electrical side of the equipment and kind of maintain it to ensure that nothing went wrong with the bottling process. And as we expand, we're all learning each other's jobs, so we can take over as need be if people, need a day off or they get sick. So we all wear different hats.
who washes the sheet? Whose job is that? How do you know when it needs to be washed?
The sheet is definitely cleaned after every time it's removed.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have multiple sheets, 7
Definitely
days a
a
week.
sanitary
They
issue.
get black sheets. Hard to get black sheets. I don't know if you've tried, but
What's that?
I think
Get-
it's
get them black
blackout
sheets?
curtains. That's what I was saying.
it's curtains.
Blackout curtains.
Black curtains. Well, maybe it
That
is.
we have no, it's not blackout curtains.
No, I mean, they're nice and heavy, and they keep things out.
They're great for the bedroom when you want to just sleep all day.
Yeah.
Blackout curtains.
What kind of thread count are we talking on the Bucha sheet?
I would go with
Egyptian cock.
Egyptian, only the finest. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
better than what
interesting-
I sleep on.
Interesting thing about Daniel that I remember from last time we talked to him
Yeah.
is that he spent more time underwater in a submarine than anybody else on Earth.
What? Wait, what?
What?
Correct.
Please explain.
Apart from the other guys who are also on the submarine.
Wait, time out. No, wait.
Yes.
What?
Daniel can tell you more about it.
It wasn't a cumulative. There have been more people that have served on a submarine.
Yeah, but
longer,
I mean at one time.
At one time, 140 days, which was the world record length for my class of submarine. Yes.
World record.
Oh, okay.
World
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
There you go.
Crazy.
And then
Was
you
it
started
yellow?
to make kombucha. There's a story here.
It's a complete 180. I mean, I went from a war machine to a health machine.
What
so,
what
yeah.
was your class? When you say your class of submarine, what what is
It
that?
was the Ohio class submarine, SSBN 735 was my ship.
Okay.
So he's in the military.
Yeah.
What does that look like? This kind of, is it like a Red October?
I mean, I think the Red October used the USS Dallas. I don't remember, but
But that sort of
that's-
thing,
yeah,
for the
yeah.
layman,
Looks like
right?
you see in the
Nautilus.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see
Not
the
the
movies,
Nautilus, right?
no, the
No,
Nautilus,
not a submersible.
Yeah, that's in a museum in
I know.
Connecticut now.
I just had to say that.
So it looks like it. Thanks, Daniel. It looks like it looks in the movie. So you're in a submarine and
Right.
and they say up scope and down scope and
The control
You know.
room in the movies is much bigger than what it is in real life because otherwise they wouldn't be able to fit cameras.
What's
You
what's
wouldn't be
the
able to fit
best and worst parts of being in a submarine for 140 days?
I got a lot of time to work out and kind of just like learn my craft of electrical engineering, which was going to be my end goal once I got out.
Yeah.
Changed a little bit.
Yeah.
And the worst part is that you're on a submarine.
Cabin fever.
How many people were on the submarine?
150.
Wow.
Wow.
It's big.
and did they? Was it you telling us about hot bunking?
Yeah, my ship did not have to hot rack. Everybody had their
Hot
own bed.
rack.
What does that mean?
What's that about?
That usually happens with smaller ships, the fast attack boats. They, as someone gets up to go to work,
Oh,
somebody
right.
else, you remove your sheets when you get up, and then
Yeah.
somebody else puts their sheets.
Sheets.
Yeah, sheets.
Yep.
Sheets are
Is
bad.
it colder in the submarine
Story there
than
about
normal, or
sheets.
just being down there? Is there temperature control at all? Or?
Yeah, we have air conditioning, and
Well, otherwise there'd be no oxygen, supposedly, right? Because you're underwater.
What's the women and men ratio on these 140 days?
0 to 1.
God damn.
Well, now they as of like 2000, the end of actually what are we 2016? As the end of this year, they'll have women integrated fully, supposedly.
Wow, that's going to change things a little bit.
a little bit, yeah.
That'll
That'd
change
be very
things
interesting.
in the sub.
How do you make
More
oxygen
semen.
down there? How do you breathe?
There's oxygen. I'm trying to remember the name.
You're the electrical engineer.
Electrolytic oxygen generator. What it does is it pulls water in and it adds potassium hydroxide to the water, which acts kind of like a bouncer at a club, and he separates the hydrogen from the oxygen, and he shoots the hydrogen. This is how I remembered it. He shoots the hydrogen overboard out of the club, says, "Oxygen, you're cool. You can stay inside the ship." And then it goes into our oxygen banks and gets pumped into the boat. Throughout the rest of the time that the air is being breathed in, we have CO2 scrubbers and burners, and what they do is those exact words. They go through like charcoal filters, and they scrub out the carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide and pump that overboard and keep the oxygen inside.
Man, you'd be a good teacher.
So how long
It's
were
like
you
Schoolhouse
under?
Rock of subs, yeah.
How long were you under? Like, did you stay under like 20 days at a time?
140 days, he said. It's a world
On the
record.
boat.
The typical was about 70 to 90 days.
Underwater.
Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, before I joined the military, I was in school for 2 years for teaching. I wanted to be an English teacher before I left the military.
You'd be good teacher.
Thank you.
Yeah. So then you decided to why did you drop out of being an English teacher?
Money
like
and living position, and just it was
You
time
went
to-
running away from a bad relationship or something?
No. I was married the entire time I was in the military.
You were?
Yeah.
Wow. You were married the whole time you were
Yeah.
on a submarine with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
What did your wife do while you were gone?
Yeah, what's the correspondence there?
Yeah.
How do you...
To contact?
Yeah.
About one email a week, if you're lucky, if the antennas work correctly.
wow.
And then
Jesus, that would be kind of great, actually, wouldn't it? Think about that.
maybe for the first...
hanging out with all my bros. Not really.
You couldn't get in touch with anyone, and you just have to work.
And they couldn't get in touch with you.
That's basically
I
it.
think that's quite attractive.
Can we get back to the Boozy Bucha idea? So are you pitching this as a mixer?
It's a health drink first, but works very well as a mixer.
What would we put
this
in
one
it
is
right
especially.
now?
This is what, a gingery.
Yeah, that one's
Oh,
This
man.
this is the ginger one.
yeah,
This
that's
is good.
ginger citrus cayenne.
Had some rum, had some whiskey, whatever you like.
Basically, yeah.
Well, we can
Oh,
get
yeah.
some. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Well, we just have to get someone to get it.
Oh, I can go
Be
get
great
it.
with vodka.
I'll be right back.
Okay. What are you going to get?
let's do this.
We'll get whatever you want. Let's
I would
try
get
it.
I would do either bourbon or whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds
stick
good.
with that.
What's the sheep doing now? He's getting up.
more of the Bucha?
He's moving around. I think he's going to the bathroom. Okay, Andrew, bring us back some booze in. All right. Okay, so Diane, while we've got a minute before Andrew comes
Yes,
back,
yes.
Tell us how you came up with this. Well, what is Festi Gals?
Well, it's this women's weekend that we created in 2011. So it continues.
Who's we?
It was me, and then I'm an event planner, so I have an
Yeah.
office full of men and women. But
What's your company called? Not
It's called
Catalyst.
Accent DMC.
Accent DMC,
Yeah,
like
so
Run
we're-
DMC.
Yeah, exactly. We're destination management companies, and we're
Oh, that's why.
yes, DMC. So we
Was-
manage a destination.
Was Run DMC's name stood for Destination Management?
It may
Company?
have, I mean, that was
I'm gonna write
probably.
that down because
but they
I
made a
never knew
whole lot
that.
more money than we've ever made. So
Run
I should have
DMC.
done Run DMC. So anyway, in 2011, I kind of looked around. It was 6 years post Katrina, and the economy had tanked, and BP spill, and people didn't want to come to New Orleans. It was slowing down, and I thought, we have gay men's festivals, tomato festivals, we have oyster festivals, but there is nothing that celebrates women. And I felt like that women are the people that put it all back together again after Katrina.
That's interesting that you went through gay men, tomatoes, and what was the third
Oysters
one?
and oysters
And oysters.
and oysters.
And then equals women.
Well,
It's a funny
it's how
line of-
that's how my head works.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So anyway, I just kept thinking, we women are the glue in society, and yet we never take a break. We never put it on pause for us. We are always like, oh, my mother, oh, my sister, oh, my cousin, oh, my kids, oh, my business, whatever. We're just constantly taking care of others.
Right.
And so we need a weekend that celebrates women, comes to New Orleans, and has professional development, personal development, fun,
So
things.
this is like Essence Fest for women.
Kind of, sort of, but this is a local one. Essence is a big brand out of New York, and they are a big media company, and they're here, but not every year. They could leave, because they're not
this
leaving.
is a local.
This is a local
for
baby
local
that was
women.
incubated here
Okay.
and hopefully grows here. So this is year number 6,
Wow.
and we get about 2,000 women that participate in different pieces and parts. So it's women from Rose's age,
Molly.
Molly. Well, she had
Molly,
Rose
Yellow
is her
Rose.
middle name.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you're
That
almost
From
right.
Rose all the way to my age, so it's a broad spectrum. We have people like Molly that says, oh, I'm going to bring my grandmother because she lived in New Orleans 20 years ago and she hasn't been back, and so we're going to celebrate as a thing because she's going to die on me soon, So it's a fun weekend. We do this Friday celebration day. Friday is professional, personal, and
Alcohol.
No, yeah, there's alcohol.
Okay.
It's women. It's New Orleans. There's alcohol. There's shopping.
There's booze all through it. Okay, what happens on Friday? So it's 3 days. It's Friday,
So
Saturday.
yeah, Thursday
So-
night we do a special dinner with Leah Chase. You know, the great icon. We always try to find one wonderful
How
woman.
many women? Can any number of people? Is it open to the public? Can anyone?
It
come?
is, and you can buy everything individually. Some people
Okay.
buy the whole weekend. So anyway, Thursday night's Leah Chase with a pre-cocktail party at a venue that's got beautiful antiques. Then we take them to Leah Chase. Then they come back, and then they go out and do whatever they want. Friday all day, we have 3 tracks. We have a professional development day, which is going to teach you how to use Instagram and Snapchat and how to network a room and things like that. If you're
It's how to
professional.
use these things.
Yes, and then there's a track on I Need to Be Inspired. So there's a psychic that's coming in, Mary Jo McCabe, and she'll teach you how to understand your own intuition. And then
These are like
16 seminars. Seminars.
So
And
you
then-
go. So okay.
So then in the middle of the day, we have this amazing woman named Carla Harris. Morgan Stanley is bringing in this woman. She's a wealth management executive from New York, from Galveston, Texas. This woman went from Galveston, Texas, little African-American girl growing up there, winds up at Harvard, gets a Harvard MBA, goes to Wall Street, and now 20 years later, she's at the top of the wealth management system. But she also has 5 CDs and has performed at Carnegie Hall 5 times.
What does she play?
So, she's a gospel singer. So she's truly amazing. And then she just adopted a child, so she's got this whole thing going on. But her topic is strategies for success, whether it's in your personal life or your professional life. She's dynamo. We met her over Essence Fest. Unbelievable. So that's
So-
Morgan Stanley's doing that.
Do you pay these people to come here? Or
We
is she
do.
just doing? So
well, actually, Morgan Stanley is giving that to the
okay.
women of New Orleans.
So do I have to pay? I mean, I can't go to this at all because I'm a guy, right? It's only
yeah.
for women. Okay,
We
so
let a few guys in.
You can't have fun, but you can go.
I can stand outside.
No,
so
we
if I was a woman,
we have Festi
how mu-
Guys. I should have brought you a
Festi
pen.
Guys?
We have Festi Guys.
Do you?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So then in the afternoon, we have several other tracks going on, and then we have a voodoo ceremony with Sally Glassman, you know, the wonderful voodoo queen of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
She will come in with a drumming group, and the day will end with Sally and this drumming group. And we have these 12 women from all over New Orleans that are going to do Festi Talks. So they're like TED Talks. But
Okay.
they're 5 minutes, disruptive, fast, rapid, funny talks about whatever you're passionate about, and we'll be live streaming those. And then there's
so we
cocktails.
can see those. Where would we go for that? FestiGals.com?
Festigals.org.
.org.
Festigals.org. And
Okay.
and then at the end of the day, we have cocktails, and then we have a dinner at Cafe Adelaide with the new chef, Chef Meg Bitford, and so that's going to be really
Okay,
personal.
so how much am I paying to get into this thing?
If you bought the entire weekend, which is all the food, all the beverage you can drink, it's $300. But if it's broken down into $50
So
here,
I can just go to one seminar
you
if
can.
I wanted to.
Isn't that wonderful, Grant?
Yes.
And then Saturday we do this give back because we know women like to have fun, they like to be educated, but they also like to give back. And I didn't want to sweat and all of that. It's too hot. So, we created the Bodaceous Bras for Calls brunch. So we created 30 bras.
You might have to say that again. Bodacious bras.
Bras for a cause brunch. So
Bodacious
anyone
bras
can.
for a cause.
So anyone can make a bra. You guys could make a bra, and then you decorate it, and then you crowdfund.
Make a bra. If I could
You
make a bra, I wouldn't
decorate
be saying-
it,
You mean
like
I buy a
some
bra from somewhere and then I decorate?
Yes, you put hot glue. New Orleanians love to hot glue everything, right? We love decor. We like shiny beads, and so they're fabulous bras. Again, online, so you can go and pledge $5, $10, $1,000, and 100% of that money is going to the Cancer Association of Greater New Orleans, which helps women with cancer services.
And I'm going to end up with a bra out of it?
No, you don't have to buy the bra. You can donate the bra to somebody else. I mean, it's just about the crowdfunding. It's about raising money and awareness for women. So it's Women's Cancer Services and Brestoration, which makes women whole again. That's like this wonderful foundation.
Restoration was nice.
Yeah.
That was a
Restoration.
word.
Oh, that what you said? I didn't catch it.
Restoration.
Restoration,
okay.
and Cagno.
Is that a trademark name?
It is a trademark.
Restoration?
Restoration. It's a foundation here in New Orleans. So last year we raised
very good.
$45,000, and we've helped like 150 women with services and 8 women with surgeries. So it's pretty
Okay.
amazing.
That is pretty cool. All right.
So that's Saturday morning. Then we do personal.
How much longer are you going to take to describe all this?
Oh, it takes one more minute.
Okay.
Saturday
Because
night.
we're getting very detailed now.
Saturday
we're only
night-
up to Saturday morning. I mean,
Saturday night is a stiletto stroll, but we don't wear stilettos. It's flip flops. You guys guys all have to come out and cheer women on. We start at Harrods. It's about 700 women. It's second line with Pussyfooters, the Camel Toe Stompers, the Organ Grinders, all those wonderful groups we all know. Ending up at Mardi Gras World with a great party with Rock and Doopsie. So
that's all women only, or where they can bring dates on it?
That's all one day.
No, that's women. You can bring a date to
yes,
that?
You can
Rock
bring a
and
date to
Doopsie?
that. Yeah, you can bring a date
so
to that.
guys can go to that. All right.
You can go to that, and it's also, we're raising money for domestic violence for the Family Justice Center, which is a turnkey thing.
Well, you're really going for this thing. Is this like a full-time job?
Well, I actually have a full-time job because I run that Accent DMC. And
That
it's
is a full-time. Accent DMC is like a full-time job. So
we do a lot of big corporate meetings and events. Okay, let's have some kombucha.
Okay, so what's the kombucha like with the what booze you got in here?
I want to try the kombucha.
I tried to get a mid-range, so I got the Buffalo Trace bourbon.
All right.
And
how's it tasting?
Man, I got to tell you that I think the depth of flavor when you add two fermented things together, it's like the drink that you paid $12 from a mixologist to do this thing, but that's just two things with ice. But the problem here is the two fermented things kind of blend together in their own frequency, so your brain forgets that you're drinking booze. The bourbon in there is kind of well hidden, and you're going to just drink. Your brain's going to say, oh, yeah, kombucha, that's good for me. Let me slam this down. It's about as dangerous as bath salts, I think.
Okay, so it's kind of like a Long Island iced tea or something.
Yeah.
You don't realize, or the Hurricane.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, listen, how drunk are you now, Molly?
We can do
Are you drunk enough to do a song?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
Yes.
Get
the guitar.
Harry, get the guitar, because, Andrew, what am I going to do about these commercials?
Use the restroom first.
Oh, yeah, we can do.
I know, I have to do that.
Would you like to have Harry play a little song?
Yeah, Harry, if you get that guitar of yours, and I'll tell you what to do after that. Okay. It's not going to be painful, though. So the Chic is still here.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Use the restroom.
What's that?
Use the restroom real quick.
Use the restroom real quick. Okay, in that case...
time for a break?
Yeah, you can do that, Harry. Andrew, you're going to have to fill in. Okay, so Andrew's going to do the honours here while we tell you about what's going on. Okay, Diane.
I'm taking pictures.
Yeah, I see that. Are you going to put us all on Snapchat or something?
I am. I'm going to give him that piece
You're
of
all
toast.
already on my Snapchat.
All right, nice.
The toast. Your toast.
Yes.
Okay, so listen, we're going to hear a song from Blonde Roses in just a second, but first of all, I have to do this. I have to tell you something about some of the people who made the show possible today. Firstly, thank you to Uber. If you find yourself a few drinks in and you need a ride home, Uber is the smartphone app that connects you with a ride at the tap of a button. That sounds great. It sounds like a sitar. Sounds like George Harrison's. Uber is safe, it's easy, it's reliable. You request a ride at any time and a car comes directly to you like magic. Your driver knows exactly where to go and payment is completely cashless. You guys, you have the Uber app on your phone, Molly, right?
Yes.
You have it as well, Daniel?
That's how I got here.
You got here by Uber. So
I came by
unfortunately, you guys can't take advantage of this offer, but if you listen to this and you don't have the Uber app on your phone yet, go to the App Store or to Google Play Store, depending on what sort of phone you've got, and download the app. And when you do download it, you can write Happy Hour NOLA in the promotions section of it. Doesn't matter where in the country or the world you are, and you'll get your first ride free up to $20, courtesy of Uber and Happy Hour. So that's that. Thanks to, talking of lingerie, to Basics Swim and Gym. A full range of fashion swimsuits, workout and yoga clothes with style, bikinis, one piece, cover-ups, everything you need for the beach and poolside is at Basics Swim and Gym, Diane. It's right across from the lingerie store, Basics underneath. You know that, Molly?
No.
You need to check it out. It's on Magazine Street near Jefferson Avenue, and just down the street from that is a store called May's Guitar and Sisters in Christ Record Shop, where you'll find thousands of records and books and a huge array of vintage guitars, vacuum tube amplifiers, and effects pedals from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Whether you've been playing guitar forever or you've never picked up a guitar in your life, you're going to find a gem at May's Guitar on Magazine Street, just 3 blocks on the downtown side of Jefferson Avenue. And finally, thank you very much to Hangover Destroyer. Perhaps you guys need to know about this. You better pay attention to this, Diane. This is very useful information for you and the girls at Festi Gals. Hangover Destroyer is the only all-natural product that's medically proven to prevent a hangover.
Really?
Yes, really.
We need to know about this.
Okay, to find out more about it,
Sunday morning is a long day.
go to the Hangover Destroyer website. It's hdestroyer.com. Write that down, hdestroyer.com, and you write Happy Hour in the coupon code there, and you'll get 30% off of Hangover Destroyer. So you two can seize the dawn.
It's Destroyer.
Sitar playing by Andrew Duhon.
That's highly inaccurate. Thanks.
Well, it's a slide guitar. That sounded nice, though, didn't it?
Thanks, buddy.
That was
Thank
beautiful.
That was
Okay,
good.
and Harry Rosenberg Jr., no relation, has just picked up the guitar. His go, which is a beautiful-looking guitar, actually. And we're going to... Molly, what do you feel like singing out now you've had a couple of those drinks and the kombucha?
It's a song we just recently wrote called Anymore.
Okay.
And
Can you feel good about doing it without all the rock and roll type instrumentation?
it's super stripped down,
All right.
so it's not usually what it sounds like. But
Perfect.
It'll be
Let's
fun.
take a listen to
This
it.
is
All right.
first.
I'm excited about this.
Can y'all pick this up? Is this good enough?
Hold me down, drink my water, stand my ground, look up higher. I don't know what to feel anymore. I don't know what to feel anymore. We were thieves, steal for pleasure. Where were we? Maps so clever. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to think anymore. You can't seize my whole being. It's not yours for the taking. I'm not scared of this anymore. I'm not scared of this anymore. I'm not scared of this anymore. Broke these chains, free from capture. I will run from your rapture. You don't own me anymore. You don't own me anymore. You don't own me
Wow, wait. That is fantastic. Wow. That was super impressive, don't you think?
Yeah, it was great.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
amazing.
nice job, both of you. You're a great guitar player and you're a great singer.
Appreciate it.
How cool. That was
team.
a real surprise. Not that we didn't think you were going to be good, but it's still great when someone's really
But
great.
we were
isn't
sure
it?
it'd be better than the bio. Yeah.
Yeah, that really bio, that really has to go now. That was
Alright,
really great. So
pretty
where
good.
can we steal that from?
We actually haven't. We just wrote this.
Oh, that's a
so
brand new
it's
song?
brand new. No one's
Unreleased.
ever heard it.
Wow, really? Not even your bandmates or anything?
Wow. Our
Yeah,
band,
it was a
obviously.
collaboration on that end. Yes.
That is a great song, didn't you think?
That was beautiful, yeah.
Yeah. That's really, you must be pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
So
been good.
can you tell when you've written a good song?
I think so. Usually the songs that we end up using are the ones we write super quick. The ones we have to like work
Yeah.
too hard on, we usually end up scrapping.
Yeah.
Like we wrote this one super quick.
Yeah.
So
What does
it's
that
kinda
mean,
worked.
actually, super quick?
Within like an hour or two, we kind
Yeah.
of had like a good structure. And then we kind of worked
I'll
on it.
throw her or maybe our drummer Anthony some sort of riff on guitar or something, and that was something that I'd worked on a little bit and brought it to a practice one day, and I think it just hit on her emotional side for sure. Like she could feel something. Like he's very very lyrically
So you wrote the
talented,
lyrics,
so
Molly.
Yes.
she has a way with words, so I think she found the right thing to say.
I'm surprised you didn't fix this bio up.
She has a way with words, but she didn't write our bio.
No.
That's
bios
really.
suck.
You're a great songwriters as well. That's fantastic.
thank you.
So where can we find stuff from Blonde Roses? Does it even exist, or do we have to go looking for Wooden Wing?
So, well, yeah, the Wooden
What are we
Wings.
supposed to do about it?
We recently just released a record that we recorded at the Music Shed here on right off of Magazine Street. It's called The Wooden Wings, self-titled. It was our last record under that name. And we're releasing a new single tomorrow called Bullet.
Bullet.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
Which
the
is,
day.
if you're listening to this anywhere in the world, what year is it? 2016.
It is.
So tomorrow is what?
It's the 21st of July,
21st of
2016.
July, 2016.
So it'll be out.
So anytime you listen to this, you can find this.
Yes.
This is by the Blonde Roses?
Blonde Roses.
Blonde Roses.
Okay, this
First
is the
song.
first single.
Yes.
Okay, called Bullet.
Called
So
Bullet.
where do we, can we steal it off Spotify or
It'll
YouTube
be
or
it'll
what?
be on Spotify. It'll be on iTunes.
Okay.
all the
very
good stuff.
cool. So we could buy it somewhere if we were
Yes,
crazy enough.
and we
but
have a really
no one's gonna
crazy
do
music video coming out for it.
Oh, cool.
Within a month.
Okay.
So.
And it's called Bullet, and the band's called Blonde Roses. And the
Yeah.
website is probably, if you're not anywhere where you can write this down, blonderoses.com.
Yes.
All right. Well, how exciting.
Yeah.
So this is... Yeah, go on, Andrew.
What is the?
Oh, I didn't-
that was me. My
sorry,
question was
Daniel.
when you guys are working like jamming out, writing a song, or not even writing a song, just coming with something together. What is that moment where it's like the spark where you're like, this is it? Is it like you all kind of like simultaneously look at each other and there's those big, we're having a great time grins
Yeah,
where
it's
this is
usually-
our next thing, or is it like you stop and was like, wait, we need to go back to that? Or what is like the whole thought process there?
I think it just kind of like it's like a spark, kind of like you said. I don't know. We all get really excited about it, and we continue working on it.
It clicks.
It clicks
It
for
clicks.
everybody.
And Michael McDonald pops in the room and goes, "This is it.
Exactly.
You don't have to."
There's definitely chemistry behind playing with the same group for several years. That helps
Yeah.
out a lot. But
How do you guys all know each other?
crazy
Crazy.
world, small world. I mean, Lafayette's very small. If you've ever been to Lafayette, if you haven't, you should go. It's
Well, you're from Lafayette.
yeah.
But you're not from Lafayette, Molly.
Yeah. Well, when I was a youngin', I used to go to summer camp up there. We've known each other for years.
You met each other at summer camp in
No,
Lafayette?
no. I met people
Not us.
in Lafayette through summer camp. Stayed in touch with them, and then we ended up becoming great friends. All of us are like best friends after the band for quite a while. So.
Well, how did you actually meet, though?
Battle of the Bands.
Yeah,
in
we
high
were in a
school?
battle of the bands against each other.
In high
Mind you
school?
that.
I beat him.
Against each other. She
I
did.
won.
What was your band called, Molly?
It was the Win Wings. Before
that
he
was
was in
Wooden
it.
Wings.
And
I
then
was
he
in
joined us.
some other high school band that we won't name, but
Okay. So you've had the Wooden Wings for a long time, then?
Since I was 15.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. So that's how you met. What about the other guys? They were all in your band, Molly. They were all Lafayette people.
They're all Lafayette people, but he was actually the first person to join our band. And then our drummer is actually my boyfriend of 7 years.
Wow,
so
that's
he
a long
joined.
time, too.
Yeah, and then Albert was the last addition, and he was
Yeah.
just best friends with all of us and played bass, and it just kind of worked out. So
Wow,
Yeah.
it is working out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intuitive.
And have you putting out an album now, or you don't have to bother with that?
we're just working on singles and
Right.
kind of like getting our feet on the ground.
Okay, so where can we go see you in New Orleans?
We actually, tomorrow we're playing.
Well, never mind about tomorrow.
I
Just
know.
in general.
That could work. It's going to be out by then.
Yeah,
Why are you
but we
playing
can.
tomorrow?
Well, we could go to their website. And,
No, yeah,
find out the whole thing.
And after that, we're playing at Gasa in November. We're
Okay.
not playing here for a while.
So you don't have any major. What do you do most of the time? You have day jobs.
Yes, we do have
What
day
do you do?
jobs. I am a independent contractor for music festivals.
Well, that sounds pretty cool. What does that mean exactly?
Well, I hop around different music festivals and I work them. I just came from
What-
back from Canada yesterday.
What do you do? Like you're in the
festival
crew? Like a...
For the last few festivals, I've been doing stuff with the ticketing department, so credentials and guest
Okay.
lists and all that fun stuff.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
So you get to... You work for a company or you just...
Independent.
Independent?
Yeah.
For real? So you could work for Festi Gals?
You could. I'm just thinking, or have another festival I'm working on. Yes, New Orleans Christmas Fest is a big
Oh, sweet.
event
Yep.
that we do with the ice rink last year, and we'll be back with a bigger ice rink this year. And
Where's the ice rink going to be?
it's at the New Orleans Convention Center, and it opens on the 18th of December and goes until December 30th this year.
Is it legit ice rink?
It's
or
a real ice rink,
That's
not
cool.
plastic. It's
Yeah.
real ice, and it's bigger rink than last year.
I did get fooled by the City Park plastic one once.
No, this is a real ice rink. It took us like 4 days to ice it.
I'm going to be there.
And it's
you
a
ice skate?
family. It's a family indoor entertainment experience
I've only
for
tried once.
the 15 days before Christmas through Christmas. So
Great.
it's a wonderful event. It's
So
called
this is your thing
be there.
too?
well, the New Orleans Christmas Fest is owned by the New Orleans Memorial Convention Center, but they hired me about 5 years ago to start this project with them, and now I'm kind of married. And I know all about ticketing and
It's fun stuff.
and databases and all of those things.
just a
So
never-ending
you can just reach out anytime.
range of
Yes.
interesting people we have here in New
You know,
Orleans.
we all just
nonstop.
go from one thing to another.
crazy.
Yeah.
Events, music, it
Yeah.
all spreads about.
I hear a lot about the events. There's a lady sitting back here who is your competitor. She works for Access.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight it
yeah.
out.
Well, that's a good friend of mine that owns Access, and I was just with her at the Windsor
Miss
Board.
Shelley.
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 Mhm.
Yep.
Shelley used to work for me, and I've known her a long time, and it's a great company. And yeah, that's good.
And that's your
We're all
friend
there-
over there at the bar.
We're all
here.
there.
That's
Okay.
my girlfriend.
And our
It's
photographer.
Larry's
Julie.
girlfriend.
We're all very
Okay.
incestuous in the New Orleans event business. We've all worked for
It's a
and
good
been where.
thing. It brings a lot to the community.
Daniel,
It does.
Daniel, what about you? Are you single? Or you have a girlfriend or what?
Yeah, I'm currently single.
You're currently
Yeah.
single.
Yeah, enjoying New Orleans. Sort of, working a lot, and got into building my furniture, which builds my, which takes up my time. So
You're building furniture when you're not
Yeah.
making kombucha.
for my own house. Yeah, right now I just moved into an apartment and I have no furniture. So like,
So you're building it.
I work and then I build
That's
furniture.
wacky.
Well, I
What are
mean,
you currently building?
Right now I'm working on a TV stand. So yeah, I can't put anything up on the walls because it's really old brick. It's a synagogue that got turned into apartments off of Jackson Avenue. So I can't do anything to the walls. So I have to.
Why not? In case God smites you down. What could happen?
Yeah, God, the HDLC of New Orleans.
You're not allowed to drill into the wall?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So you can't hang anything?
No. So I just I've decided I'm going to put everything on the ground in a fashionable way.
So
Yeah.
the whole of your apartment is brick?
The outer walls and then the one spot of drywall is not a load supporting wall, so I can't hang anything on that either.
Otherwise it's brick
Yeah.
walls
Oh,
all
yeah.
the way through.
It's really cool looking.
That's interesting. And where is it? On Jackson Avenue and where?
Jackson and near Annunciation, between Annunciation and Chippewa.
And what happened to all the Jews? Why did they move out?
The building has been abandoned for.
It's a very long story.
Yes.
You were asking me about Festi Gals and how short I could make it. That would be like several days.
We have to go back to 5,000 years ago.
The building was abandoned in about 1925, I think it was. It's about 150
It's a
years old.
decommissioned synagogue from 1925.
Yeah, it's the
Oh, wow.
first synagogue
Wow.
in Louisiana.
That's
So,
pretty interesting. And who owns that?
My older brother.
Nice.
He bought the synagogue.
He bought it and then turned it into apartments. Yeah, it was falling apart from the inside, so he restored the inside, maintained all the original pews and wood and everything in there, and kept the building alive.
Yeah.
And
And are there other apartments available in it?
there are, yeah. There's
Sounds cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool places. There's one unit left that is untaken, and it's a pretty cool spot.
Wow.
I feel like now that it's home and there's a sense of ownership a little bit, I think you should think of a nickname for it. I kind of like the GOG. Like I'm going back to the GOG. You guys want to come?
Yeah,
You guys want to go chill at the GOG?
I could
I think that's
actually
nice.
just use that right there. Usually I just say I'm going back to the synagogue, and everybody's like, "Oh, I am Jewish," so it's like everybody's like, "Oh,
Right.
You are Jewish.
Oh, right. So
people naturally assume
They
we're
might-
actually going to pray. No,
yeah,
we're
right.
dead.
Yeah. Go back to the GOG, make some Bucha cocktails. You guys want to come? You know?
Yeah.
Could work for you.
It could.
That's cool. How many square feet is your apartment?
It's 2,000 square feet.
That's huge.
Yeah. No,
It's a
sorry.
giant
The
floor
floor.
with homemade
The floor I'm on.
furniture.
Excuse me. The floor I'm on is 2,000 square feet. I apologize for that. My room is only 600 square feet, so it's still a big spot, but it's
No, 600 square feet's not that big. 2,000
for me. Yeah.
For one guy.
For one guy
with his
alone,
homemade
you know,
furniture.
and his homemade furniture.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
all of 5'6" of me doesn't need a whole lot of jumping room.
Okay. You're only 5'6"?
Yeah.
How tall do you have to be in a submarine? I guess that's good.
There is actually
Limitations
there's a
height restriction.
Height restriction on being short.
Yeah.
Not
You can't
on being
be
tall.
you can't.
There was the tallest guy in my division who was one of the tallest people on the boat was 6'4", and he kind of walked around like lurch all the time because like
Did he hit his head
Some back
constantly?
problems later on.
140 days.
Yeah.
140 days at sea, world record.
We bought him a helmet as a joke, but he didn't think it was funny.
No, it's not funny. Andrew, you want to play us a song? We have to get out of here
Play a song,
pretty
buddy.
soon. So,
Sure.
well, in fact, right now.
Unless we're ready to go, man. I just save it for next week, dude.
No. Don't you guys want to hear Andrew play?
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
I heard a little snippet earlier. It's nice.
Where were you?
Well, I was using the restroom.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that was a bit of slide guitar work there.
Play a new song, buddy.
Okay.
As per usual.
Turn this around, all right?
I'd like to dedicate this song to the climate of our current political situation. But it's not a protest song. It's a protest song. You see it left, I see it right. So you go your way and I go mine, until we both lose sight that it was never black and white. Whatever happened to gray? Whatever happened to spirited debate? I want to hear what you have to say. I believe there is truth between your opinion and mine. It's never black and white. Whatever happened to gray? You've got your pride, I've got mine. You lean left and I lean right. But if we lean against each other, wouldn't we both stand upright? The thing about my opinion is it works much better with yours. Filter through all our bullshit till we find something pure, maybe find something we both feel is worth fighting for. Whatever happened to gray? Whatever happened to a spirited debate? Why are we so afraid to disagree? I believe there is truth between your opinion and mine. It's never that black and white. Whatever happened to gray? We don't need an angry crowd. If we all listen, no one has to shout. I know I don't understand, but this is me reaching out. This is me reaching out. We ain't that far apart. When you told me why you were crying, it broke my heart. And when we feel the pain together, that's where healing starts. When you feel the pain together, that's where healing starts. Whatever happened to gray? Whatever happened to a civilized debate? Why are we so afraid
I believe there's truth between your opinion and mine. It's never black and white. Whatever happened to me.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all.
Wow, that's got a sort of a relaxing kind of healing vibe, actually.
It's
that
the
song.
open tuning, bro.
Is that
Works
what it
every
is?
time, yeah.
Then you think, you guys, it's got a sort of,
Yeah.
it's chilled everybody out. Very
Simple
nice.
chords and open tunings, man. Put you right to sleep.
What's the word for that? It's like trance-like.
Yeah,
You know what is like predictable, simple chords, just played in intervals that you're not familiar with. So the strings are tuned differently than you're used to hearing a guitar. So it just sounds beautiful to you. Your ears are like, oh, that's different intervals than you're used to. So you love it. But
There's
but
always a chord and always a strong feeling in that open tune. And I like messing with that.
It's got a flavor profile, if you will.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
feels like it's got a feeling. It's got a sort of an emotion, like
Yeah.
a wave. Like,
But I think also what's nice is like oral predictability.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like a folk song. You know, but when you play the chords in a predictable manner, that's different than listening to jazz. You know, you don't have to concentrate on it. It can woo you to a blissful place, perhaps. You know,
blissful. That's nice. That's a good song.
Thanks.
When did you write that? Just now?
Today, yeah.
Today.
Wow.
That's 2 songs have been written in the last 48
I
hours.
know.
That's
Creative
great.
group.
Pretty talented. What can we do? Daniel, can you produce anything in the next 24 hours of any significance? Some furniture, I suppose?
Maybe. I don't know.
TV stand?
I write poetry, but that's like to myself. You know, that's
You don't read it to anyone else?
I used to before I joined the military. I was like really big into it, and then military stifles creativity. in
Yeah,
my
you'd have to
personal
really
opinion.
think twice before you told guys in a submarine that you wrote poetry.
Well, I mean,
It could go either way.
if you
that
can't
one.
stand up for what you believe in and what you do that makes you happy, then you shouldn't be fighting for anything at all.
If you
Well
can't stand
put.
something,
Nice.
you'll
Very
fall
good.
for anything.
Diane, what are you making? Are you making a festival?
Oh, I do
Festi
creative
Gals?
stuff every day because I source and figure out problems to create events.
Right.
You know, like somebody says, I want to do this, and you're like, oh, okay, how are we going to make that happen for them? So I'm super creative. I can't write a song, and I can't write poetry,
But you
I
can put together a festival where other people can play songs, and we can
Absolutely.
find out about
Absolutely.
it at festigals.org.
festigals.org.
Okay, Diane Lyons, thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Diane
Grant.
Happy Hour. And Daniel Morris as well.
Yeah.
Glad it worked out this time for us.
This is
Good
wonderful.
to see you. Thank you for the Big Easy Bucha.
It's been
I
very
love this
good.
stuff. You really
It's
got me
really
hooked on
good.
this now, and Andrew's
you.
got us drinking it with rum in it. What's it?
Setting
Whiskey
down
in
the
it.
past of degeneration.
Bourbon
for
in
sure.
it. It's very nice. And Harry Rosenberg, no relation, is here, along
Good
with
chatting with
Molly
you guys.
Portier from the band Blonde Roses, which you can find at blonderoses.com. And check out their brand new song, Bullet, which is out right now. Bound to be out right now.
In certain parts of the world, maybe.
In certain parts of the world, but you can't hear it, really?
Worldwide.
Yeah, it's
Soon.
World Wide Web, sure.
Right.
Andrew Duhon and I have to get out of here as well. It's time to go.
Let's
Make
do it.
ways. A lot of
See you
people in
next
this
Wednesday.
place tonight. Okay, see you next week. Thanks for joining us. That was Happy Hour. Our show is produced today by Grant LaPonte and Alison Moon. Chris Kehoe is our associate producer and technical director, and Christian Unruh is our music director. Our theme music was written by and is currently being played by Mitch Foreman. If you'd like to be on our show and you can stay upright for about an hour and drink copiously, drop us a line. Our address is on our website, itsneworleans.com. We can also check out many other hours of Happy Hour, as well as some other shows we make here. Out to Lunch with Peter Raschuti, live from Commander's Palace. True to the Game with Chris True. Midnight Menu +1 with Margot Moss and the man who ate New Orleans, Ray Canada. Louisiana Eats with Poppy Tucker. Milo's Music Parlor with Kim Vu, and the podcast about death. Death, the podcast with psychologist Dr. Ariane Alphant, plus Questions from the Waiting Room with psychiatrist Nick Pajek. That's a very interesting show. I suggest you check out both those, one from our psychologist and psychiatrist. You can also find other great Louisiana podcasts at itsacadiana.com and it's batonrouge.la. You can keep up with us on Facebook and Twitter and a bunch of other time-sucking social media as well. On all of it, we're called It's New Orleans. You can find photos from this show on itsneworleans.com and on our Facebook page as well. These photos are taken today by our friend Nathaniel. And we'll have a link to his other stuff on our website as well. If you listen to this show on your favorite podcast app, thanks for subscribing to us. Take a minute to rate and review us. That actually does help other people find us. Our show is recorded live today at Wayfare on Ferret Street in Uptown New Orleans. Come and check it out here. They have a great happy hour from 3 to 6 and a great brunch on the weekends. Happy Hour is a production of INO Broadcasting. For itsneworleans.com, for Andrew Duhon, everyone around the table here at Wayfare and back at our office at INO Broadcasting. Thanks for joining us. I'm Grant Morris. I'll see you back here next week on Happy Hour.
Let's be honest, there are tons of ways to send money back home, and every company promises me the same things: good rates and safe transfers. That's why it can be overwhelming to choose a new way to send money. I switched to Remitly because I can track my money every step of the way, which means I know exactly when my mom will get her money. And with their extensive payment network, my mom can receive her money in a way that is more convenient and safe for her. You should check it out. Go to Remitly.com or download their app to get started. Remitly Inc. is a licensed money transmitter by the state of New York, California, Massachusetts, and other states.